just thinking a little about the current stage of my business. And on one hand, I'll think, well, it doesn't exist because I'm really just figuring it out. Um, I don't know that I can say it's fully defined. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, but you're already running it. Like, I have, one client, I'm doing what I want to do, which is working on, like, operational and financial structure for small growing companies. Um, and it's a side thing, but I mean, on hand, I'm like, I'm already doing it. But on the other, I'm like, I'm really exploring this. Like, I really enjoy what I'm doing with this, and so, I'm here thinking like, well, maybe I want to do more of this. How would I do that? And so I started writing a business plan that I keep expanding on, and I have so many thoughts about it, and I'm trying to organize them, and I'm trying to keep myself out of, a trap of perfectionism where I just don't take action and don't tell anybody about it because I want to keep refining and I'm afraid of feedback. And so yeah, I guess that's a bit of what I'm doing here. But yeah, I'm exploring this. I mean, and there's a lot to consider with, thinking, oh, eventually would you want to not have your regular corporate job and be doing your own thing? I mean, there's lots of like implications there, and that's totally different. And I'm just experiencing some of that for the first time. Like, in all my, corporate jobs, like, I enjoy them, and, I do feel like a part of the team and everything, but in this new experience working with this startup, it's really the first time where it's been like, wow, like, I'm having this like major direct impact on, the company, and it just feels like it matters a lot more, like, if my corporation that I work for now, does better or worse, like, doesn't really affect me as long as they don't go out of business. Like, feel a little bad saying that, but I mean, as just like sort of a cog in the machine, it's kind of hard to not feel that way. I don't know that that's a real unfounded thing to say. But yeah, I'm enjoying that so much, and just, find myself like, spending hours working on ideas and really enjoying it. So, I mean, in that sense, I'm like, wow, like, maybe this is really right for you. Um, you know, but I mean, it's brand new. I guess I really don't know. And I'm certainly not going to bet the farm on it and, quit my day job and, I don't know, like, dive into this in a unhealthy way. But it's really interesting to explore. So, I mean, I guess I'll talk a little bit about, I've I found myself with this startup over and over again, you know, asking the question, like, what is this company really? Like, how would you define this company in one or two sentences? And, like, what does this company do in one or two sentences? How would you say that? And how does this company do it in two sentences? Like, and it's shocking how hard that is. But I guess, like, when you think about it, I mean, how many jobs have you had where there's some process and, you ask somebody, well, how do you do that? And somebody's like, I don't know, Joanne does that. Like, you know, it's not too uncommon. And, I guess, really having strong direction and purpose, there's, all sorts of, research and studies about how it's a, major driver of, success for a company. And I mean, honestly, like, here, I just said, like, a little bit ago, like, I feel kind of bad saying that, like, my work doesn't really have an impact on the company. Like, and that's such a shame. Like, I wish the company that I worked for, had a way to make you feel like there was more of an impact being done. I think so much of that can just be with, you know, your messaging. It's a tough one. Like, I've had all these big thoughts about, like, oh, if I, you know, for this, like, I'm intending on just, like, being solo, but if I'm, you know, going off on, you know, like, a big thought tangent, thinking about, like, how would I run a big corporation? Like, I would like to think, you know, things about, like, how would you make every single person in the company be, or at least feel or have some impact on, like, the success of the company? You know, wouldn't it be better if every employee, like, had reason to care? Probably. So, yeah. I'm just really, I guess, thinking about that a bit. Like, what do I like about this? How would it be different? You know, what should I be afraid of? Like, I mean, having to get your own health insurance and not having things be as reliable. I mean, there's so many things, and, like, of course, that's, like, terrifying, but at the same time, I'm like, well, it's not guaranteed. You know, I could get let go at any time. Like, I'm not overly concerned about that right now, and I am, like, if I got let go, I would go get a different job. Like, I'm not too afraid of that. Like, be, you know, really sad, miss my coworkers and stuff, but with, you know, the job market and how things are going, I guess all these changes, kind of thinking with AI, but as I, like, was about to say that, I'm like, is that what I mean? I mean, I guess it's probably fair to say, like, there's probably going to be some pretty major changes in the market, you know? Just having something up your back sleeve and more control of it yourself, you know, there's appeal there that way, and, you know, there's a different sort of security that way. So yeah, just some thoughts about that.